That was more of a DC thing, though.
I need to ask you something.
Hey, how's it going?
Anything new?
Never ceases to impress me when I see one of those old robots still running.
That was it.
Later then.
Hey there.
Something I can do for you?
Can I ask you something?
Take your time.
What are my options?
Did you have anything you wanted me to do?
Your thoughts?
Most people don't put much stock in the Minutemen these days after Quincy. Bad business, that.
Thanks for your help.
Good talking to you, friend. Hey, how's it going?
You interested in traveling together?
I'm ready to help with whatever you need. Just say the word.
Hi.
Wasn't sure you were gonna make it back in one piece. Any trouble out there?
It was a walk in the park.
That's what I like to hear. Here, got you a little something for the trouble. Let me know when you're ready for the next job.
Any news on your side?
Just been cleaning things up here from the raid. Speaking of which, if you want to lend a hand, feel free to use the workshops around here. There's one on the first floor and also a second one in the bunker. Have a look around and make yourself comfortable.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Got a minute?
What's going on?
Tell me about the options.
There's something you want?
Say what's on your mind.
Ever seen that old sailing ship on top of the building in Charleston?
What are you thinking about?
You should have a drink before bed. That does the trick for me.
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
You looking to stock up? I can help.
What are you thinking about?
Sure could use a drink.
What are you thinking about?
Got a job coming up. Just thinking through the steps.
Nothing else I needed.
Fine.
Hey.
You need protection? I got you covered.
What's on your mind?
Rooting around where you don't belong is a good way to start a fight.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Sure thing.
definitely not the biggest bitch on the planet. Unless your pal Marcy's dead. Then,
Hey there.
yeah, it's probably me.
Hi.
How can I help?
Your thoughts?
I like the way you look out for your fellow man. A lot of people would take the easy way out.
So, how are we doing, Deacon?
Not used to traveling with a partner, but I am definitely liking it.
Most nights, I kind of just lie on my bed and close my eyes. Can't let people think I'm a synth or something. That would be bad.
Don't let those caps burn a hole in your pocket. I bet I got something you need.
What's the news around here?
Worst thing about dealing with super mutants is getting rid of the bodies. Those things weigh a ton.
What's the news around here?
We got a few things that won't fix themselves. You help us with repairs, we can be sure to hold this place against anything.
Nothing else I needed.
Okay.
Hold up a sec.
Anything new?
Looking for a job, if you got one.
As a matter of fact, I do. Last month, we captured a raider named Chewie O'Doyle. I believe you met Chewie, or what's left of him, when you first arrived here. Things didn't work out so well for our raider friend. But before he passed, he provided us with an intriguing recipe. I assume you're familiar with a chem called Jet.
Of course. How could you not love it?
There's about a dozen primary dealers who work the Commonwealth peddling it. They all sell the same base product, but mix it differently and put their own labels on it. There's Scudder's Red Devil, Tito's Venom, and Bedlam's Zelax, to name a few. But Chewie discovered a game changer. By combining standard Jet with a synthetic stimulant, he was able to create a more potent version. Time Bomb, he called it. Silly name, but a powerful high, or so I'm told. So effective it practically sells itself.
So, what's the problem?
In a word, supply. The synthetics used to make the drug are hard to come by in the Commonwealth. Chewie acquired his stash from a traveling merchant, who obtained their supply from a local vault. Vault 81.
Why me? I'm sure you're better suited for the job.
We don't know how to manufacture the stimulant, so this isn't a matter of simply waltzing in and murdering everyone. It's about establishing a long-term relationship. We need to gain their know-how and their trust. And who better to do that than a fellow Vault Dweller?
What's the word around Vault 81?
We don't know much. They mostly keep to themselves, only dealing with a few select traders. Rumor is, their vault has maintenance issues, so they developed a stimulant to help their repair crews work longer hours. We need a way to tap into their chem supply. That's where you and that Pip-Boy of yours come in.
What exactly is the plan?
Once you're inside, things get a bit tricky. I need you to find someone with access to their stimulant supply, and convince them to become our inside connection.
How do I infiltrate them?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need you, now would I? Once you've gained access to Vault 81, ask around for gossip. See what dirt you can find. Blackmail is often the quickest way to bring an asset in line.
How do I make contact?
Check back with me once you've got something we can use. Things I miss most about
Can I
being
help you?
human? Baths.
What's your story?
My family has a long history in medicine. My great-grandfather was actually quite a famous surgeon. I spent many years studying medical science and chemistry at Princeton before being contacted by the United States government. They were interested in my research, so I joined a team of scientists at the Mariposa military base in California.
What is it you're working on?
The equipment you retrieved for me has proven incredibly useful. I am making good progress with the FEV project.
Actually, I'll be back later.
All right.
Hey,
I'm not sure what's worse, wearing a tie or wearing a teddy bear.
how are you doing?
Good to be out of that tin can.
How are you doing?
Fine. Good, I guess.
How are you doing?
Good to be out of that tin can.
That was all.
Fine.
Beauty is like a gun, honey. And a smile is the trigger.
Gotta make sure to inspect
Hey,
every
you wanna
piece
head
of
out again,
merchandise
just
the
let me know.
caravans bring in. Never know if the instruments bugged them.
You sure you want to travel with me?
Depends on where you're taking me. But yeah, we're good.
Sure, let's go.
Then let's get moving.
Hello. You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Something the affirmative.
Name's
Don't
Holly.
mess with
It's
Mr.
nice to
in
meet
between.
you. You interested in having a little fun?
I'm listening.
So, let me ask you something. You ever read comic books?
Don't mess with Mr. in between.
What's it to you?
Old comics are my absolute favorite. I think they cater to human aspiration. Distilling our best and worst human qualities and pitting them against each other in an entertaining conflict. The best ones show us pieces of ourselves in all the different heroes. And besides, superheroes are wicked cool.
agree more.
I grew up in an old print shop where they had a stash of undelivered comics. All sorts of great characters, but my favorite was Harley Quinn. I first noticed Harley's comic because she had the same first name as me. But as I read more of her stories, it felt like we had a real connection.
Why do you say that?
Holly was a good person who got drawn into a dark lifestyle because she tried to fix someone she loved. Most girls can relate trying to change a guy who's never gonna change. There's something intense and passionate about being with someone who pulls you back in each time they hurt you. No matter how powerful and strong you are as a person, sometimes you lose control. Your obsession keeps you holding on for the crazy ride, lusting after the highs and waiting out the lows.
I know the feeling.
All I'm saying is that sometimes us girls can get a little, overzealous. When we put our minds to it, we're way more devious, scheming, and vindictive than our male counterparts could ever be. And Harley Quinn is the epitome of that. She's an out-and-out crazy bitch. There's something you just want to applaud about a character so unashamed of her utterly disastrous mentality. She knows she's crazy, but she wholeheartedly embraces it and makes it work. She's a no-fucks-given, hot-pants-wearing middle finger to the rest of the world. Plus, she's fun, and who doesn't like a bit of fun?
Just tell me what you need help with.
I wanted to be just like Holly growing up, and part of that never went away. Lately, I've been trying to track down some of her gear. I found an old article in the Fallon's archives saying that before the war, Harley Quinn outfits were some of the most popular costumes for Halloween. I want to find one, and I think I know where to look.
So give me the details.
There was an old clothing store called Hot Topic down at the Monsignor Plaza. Legend is they were in the business of selling overpriced merchandise to teens who wanted a gothic or punk look. And if the Harley Quinn costume was as popular as I'm reading, maybe they've got an extra outfit or two lying around.
Sounds like an important mission.
I don't care much for traveling down to that area without backup. Place is crawling with raiders. And everyone else here thinks that chasing after an old costume is a waste of time. But you, I've got a feeling you might be different. So, what do you think? Will you come with me?
If that's what floats your boat.
All right then, we'll head out when you're ready. If Hot Topic doesn't have it, I know a couple other places we can look. What you need?
We need to swap some gear.
You need to bum some jet?
Hey, got a sec?
Anything you want to chat about?
What are my options?
Okay.
Tell me what's on your mind.
Sometimes the only way to stay sane is to go a little crazy.
Tell me what's on your mind.
You know, I can help with those voices in your head.
Thanks for your help.
Kisses!
Hey.
What's on your mind?
Got any work?
I don't have anything for you just yet. Come back later, when I'm not bored with talking to you.
That was all I had.
Very well, then.
Hey,
What's up?
just curious what you're thinking.
Synths are a lot like people. It's just harder to find the off switch.
It would be nice to know more about you.
No biggie. What do you want to know?
tell me about the people in your division.
Deacon's a real character. I asked him about the glasses and he said, "My future's so bright I have to wear shades." Gotta like an optimist.
So, what's your story? Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a synth. But I'm not from the Institute, it's a long story. Truth is, it was just like one of those dreams you can't wake up from. Now I don't even know how to sleep. Not that I haven't tried. I just count electric sheep.
That was all I had.
Good talk.
Hey,
Happy to talk. What's up?
your thoughts?
I'm used to running my ops solo, but this isn't too bad.
Your thoughts?
You should have seen the railroad before the switchboard. We had triple the agents we have now. We'll get there again.
We should all have personalized handshakes. It's a good way to spot synths. That's because robots don't have the best hand-eye coordination. Probably because they don't have real hands. Or eyes.
Excuse me. Let's trade some things.
Style is telling everyone who you are without ever saying a word.
If they had a machine that let you talk to cats, I would totally join the Institute. I don't care if they're evil. Hell, that's probably a selling point.
Ready to get started on the next phase? Let me explain.
to the action.
I got a pal and good neighbor. Goes by the name Hancock. After what happened at University Point in Quincy, he's got some concerns about the next shoe to drop in downtown Boston.
What do you mean?
Every urban area has pressure points, centers of gravity that hold a region's economy together. Take out the pressure points, and it inflicts a disproportionate amount of economic pain. Trade suffers, supply chains stop moving, and eventually people start going hungry. The fabric of society starts to crumble. The Institute knows this, so do the Gunners. It's not hard to guess what their next targets might be.
Is Diamond City really in danger? It's not like there's raiders pounding on the gate.
Maybe not raiders, but they got super mutant hordes right around the corner. And synths have infiltrated their local government. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Diamond City isn't the settlement most in danger of falling. Good Neighbor is.
Why do you say that?
You mean besides the elevated sniper perches surrounding the town, and the relative ease of blockading the entrance so no food or supplies can get in or out?
Yeah. Obviously.
It's like this. If your settlement is poor, you can't afford adequate security. If your security stinks, your enemies eventually take notice, and sooner or later, they'll either demand tribute or conquer you.
So, if you want your city not to get pillaged, you need a functional economy. It's hard to pull off when your clientele is primarily low-end chem addicts and drifters. There's no real money in catering to riffraff like that. For Good Neighbor to survive, it needs to attract a higher class of clientele.
So, what's the solution?
Bottom line, Hancock wants to clean up Good Neighbor. Starting with the chem dealers selling drugs to kids, the thugs harassing visitors for protection money, the back alley murders, the gang activity, and the never-ending stream of aspiring scam artists. He wants all of them gone. Not detained, not bargained with, just gone.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash. What's the catch?
As mayor, he can't be officially connected to ordering hits on his constituency. So, he's contracted out certain jobs on the down low to a few people he trusts. That's where you come in.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
There's 3 jobs I want you to start with. First job is to entrap an old ghoul who's been trying to rip off Hancock. Second one is to eliminate a Triggerman gang infesting the town's warehouses. And a third task is to take out a few miscreants plaguing the local economy. You can do the jobs in any order you want. I've written down all the details on this holotape, including the local contacts to get started. Once the jobs are complete, cross them off your list and we'll move on to the next phase.